Brian Elner, Ellner.
Perfect. And then we'll give 3 seconds pause and then we'll just dive in.
All right.
Brian, thank you so much for talking to me. It's a pleasure to see you here.
Pleasure to be with you.
It's great. And now I understand you have a new initiative that is being launched today, and I would love for you to talk about that.
We do. Today we're launching the For 2012. It's the for2012.com, and our focus is on the 4 states that are going to be voting on marriage equality in November: Maryland, Maine, Washington, and Minnesota. We have never won one of these referendas, or so-called votes of the people, and the time is now. We have extraordinary momentum. We're up in the polls in all 4 states, so what we need to do is get our base voters out, and what we're launching today is essentially a social media rock the vote for the Google age. You know, it's Twitter and Facebook meet Rock the Vote. It's focused on young people, and I hope folks will visit it and share our content. It's the for2012.com.
So for2012.com, and it sounds a very intriguing initiative, because typically Get Out the Vote has been much more of people pounding the streets and paper initiatives, and yet now we're in an age where social media and communications is much more in the forefront. So is this how you're elevating?
Exactly. Look, the world has changed. Some of our most vocal supporters are young people. Young people live in social media. We need to reach them where they play, which is on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and you name it. That's where they are, and we need to reach them, and we need to get them out in all these 4 states, and we need to get Americans who support fairness and equality and want loving, committed couples to be able to spend the life with the person that they love to get involved as well. So we're looking to solicit micro donations to the 4 coalitions fighting for equality around the country, and also for support and to create a sense of momentum the way we were able to do so effectively in New York around our great win last year.
Do you think that youth or younger people are engaged in voting? Do they care?
Absolutely. Look, young people care a lot, and we need to make sure they get to the polls in November, because then we will not only re-elect our great president, but we can win marriage equality in 3 more states and prevent a really ugly constitutional amendment from passing in Minnesota.
Why are these states so critical?
The states are really critical because right now a number of cases are moving their way up to the Supreme Court around marriage equality. The so-called Defense of Marriage Act cases, and also the Prop 8 case from California. It's really important that when these cases hit the United States Supreme Court, the court sees that public opinion is on the side of fairness and equality to make a great game-changing decision for us a lot easier for the court, and we can do that by winning one of these votes of the people. Everywhere we've won marriage equality to date, we've done it either legislatively or in the courts, and courts base their decisions on public opinion to some extent. So it's really important to show that the people are on our side. Poll after poll shows that over 50% of Americans support marriage equality. Now we got to win one of these things. Well, frankly, we got to win 4. So I hope everyone's going to visit the for2012.com and help us make that happen.
If you don't win the 4, what is the impact? What will happen?
We are going to win the 4. Look, we won in New York. Since New York, there's been enormous momentum, and that's actually the name of our launch video today. It's called Momentum, with music by Fun. We are young, focused on young people. And, since New York, we won marriage equality in Washington State and also in Maryland legislatively. Of course, the people have to reaffirm those decisions in November. We also had the vice president come out for marriage equality, President Obama, the NAACP, La Raza, Jay-Z, 50 Cent, you name it. Everyone is coming out for marriage equality, and we need to keep that momentum going, and we need to win these 4 initiatives.
So it sounds like you're trying to make voting sexy and cool.
Voting is sexy and cool, and we're going to make it especially sexy and cool in this campaign.
That's great. Well, thank you so much, Brian, and thank you for your initiatives to make voting sexy and cool.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Fun. All right. That's great.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Yeah, and I'm just